I'm Jordan Scheidmantel.
And I'm Michael Kirkowitz, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond the Rock School News.
Hey Michael, have you ever baked cupcakes before?
Yes, I have, Jordan.
I bet they didn't turn out as good as Casey's cupcakes did.
Are you sure about that?
Definitely, because you haven't been on Food Network before.
Let's go see what Nikki Dion and Noah Ike had to say about this.
I'm Casey Muggenberg. I'm in 8th grade and I like to bake.
Over the summer, Casey was chosen to compete on the show Kids Baking Championship on Food Network.
I got on the show, so you send in an application, and then there's a huge process of sending in videos and pictures of you baking, and you talk to the people there, and then you see if you're on the show or not.
Baking has been a passion of Casey's for many years now.
When I really started getting into baking, I was like 10. But that's when I started making my first stuff by myself. But I would, like I said, bake with my mom. I'd be her loyal taste tester is what I would call it.
Being on the show was a memorable experience for Casey with many unforgettable moments.
Just baking on set at the show is just really, really cool because you're there with 11 of your other friends just baking away, so it's really fun.
Casey has looked up to Chef Thomas Joseph for inspiration through his years of baking.
I have done so many things and failed so many times until I found him on the internet, and so I look up his video, first try, I get it.
With everything the show taught him, Casey hopes to one day make it back on Food Network.
I would love to go on another Food Network show, but I don't know if that's possible because I've already been on one, but there is shows where it's bringing back the bakers from previous seasons, so that'd be cool.
This has been Noah Ike with Beyond the Rock signing off.
I told you he was a better baker, Michael. You still got a ways to go before you get that good at baking.
Yeah, I guess I still got a ways to go, but I prefer breakfast food instead. Have you ever tried Anna's House before?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
Are you kidding me? It's amazing.
Let's see what Emily Arnold had to say about Anna's House.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. With countless breakfast joints in Michigan, there's a lot of options for a morning meal. Yet Michiganders seem to swarm to a rising star in the restaurant industry, Anna's House. Now notorious for being the best breakfast in Michigan, Anna's House had humble roots as a hole in the wall with a cult following.
It was a totally different place in here.
After a change in ownership, the restaurant quickly evolved into its current retro style.
Once Josh bought it, he redecorated and made it more homey, more comfortable.
Then, in 2013, Anna's House was officially awarded the title of Best Breakfast in Michigan.
People look at that and they come in and they say, wow, we've seen that on your sign, or they see it on our website and they say, you know what, your breakfast is amazing.
Now it's a statewide sensation, with an 8th location set to open in Ann Arbor.
People are just asking for us to move and to open up stores in all kinds of different locations. It's going to be beautiful. They've got pictures out on our Facebook page and they're absolutely stunning.
But what truly sets Anna's House apart from the competition?
There's so many people that have just decided that this eating healthy is so much better, and we have such great opportunities for fresh and different ingredients.
From hidden gem to statewide hit, Anna's House continues to serve up great food and simple goals for the future.
Keep striving to do better and to make sure that there's healthy alternatives for people to choose from.
This has been Emily Arnold with Beyond the Rock School News, signing off.
That sure made me hungry. I would love to have some waffles right about now.
Food is great and all, but what about police officers on horses?
Cyrus Anderson filmed the story about the mounted unit.
Just down the road from Rockford High School, you will find some unlikely friends. Welcome to the Mounted Unit Training Center.
My name is Kathy Butts. I've been a deputy at the Kent County Sheriff Department for 29 years. Most people on the mounted horse unit have their full-time jobs at the Sheriff's Department, and then this is an extra, like a volunteer type of job. So I've been on the mounted unit for 6 years.
The Rockford Mounted Unit does a variety of events, search and rescue, and community services.
Back in 2005 when we started this unit, we only did a few events. We're up to more than 100 events that we do every year. So we do search and rescues, we do a lot of parades, we do a lot of community involvement, we go to schools. Recently, we went on a search and rescue to one of the parks looking for a distraught individual. Where the police cars can't get into the swamp area, we took 4 horses in there to look for that individual.
This is one example of how Deputy Butts serves the community and why she loves what she does.
I've always enjoyed being around horses, so this is kind of a win-win for me. I don't have to pay to house horses or to feed them, but I get to come here and ride them and serve the community as well.
It's amazing to have such a unique program so close to our own high school. This is Cyrus Anderson, signing off.
I really learned a lot about our town's very own mounted unit.
Me too. Now let's hear this week's ending announcements.
Due to the weather conditions, the blood drive has been rescheduled to February 22nd, and because they only got 1 day of donations, they lost over 2,000 pints of blood. Come support your senior Rams tonight at the girls' basketball game at 6 and the boys' basketball game at 7:30. Don't miss out on the home district varsity cheer competition tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Thanks for tuning in to Beyond the Rock School News.
Have a great weekend, Rockford.
Wait, did I see Crocs up there? Go up. Go up. Oh. I don't know. Okay, well then I don't want to.
We don't have to.
That's more work.